Well, the final episode of Moon Knight finally dropped on Disney+. So if you haven't watched any of the episodes yet, you can now fully binge all 6 episodes, which ends up being around like a 4-hour movie. But is it worth it? And now I just want to say, I cannot stand when people spoil stuff, so I will do my best to avoid anything that might be considered like a major plot point. So what continues to be everybody's biggest gripe is that these Marvel shows tend to have very, very short finales, and Disney Plus shows altogether just seem to feel short. And that just happens to be the biggest flaw with this show, in my opinion. It feels like it's getting good, and then it just kind of ends. I felt like Ethan Hawke was very underutilized in this. He's a fantastic actor, and I felt like his character was going to go somewhere. He had this subtleness to him, but we never really see him do anything super cool, I guess. I wanted to see him kind of lose his cool a little bit, and it just never really happened. I do enjoy watching Oscar Isaac. In fact, I think he was one of the best characters out of the new Star Wars movies. He's playing multiple personalities in this, and it's fun to see him banter back and forth with himself. And also, May Calamaway, I can't say that, I apologize. I probably should have looked that up before I did this review, but I thought the actress that played Layla was pretty solid too. And honestly, one of my favorite aspects of the show was Khonshu. I thought that the guy who voiced him, F. Murray Abram, definitely got the perfect voice for a character like that. Definitely reminded me of like an Optimus Prime. Now, I will say from episode 1 to 5, it felt like the show was pretty consistent tone-wise. Actually, episode 5 might be one of the best episodes of Marvel television we've gotten yet. There was a lot of twists and turns in that. It was a very emotional episode. But then for episode 6, the finale, to just kind of end so shortly and abruptly, there were certain aspects of the characters and story points that I wish had been explored more upon. But the show does its job. It introduces a new character to the MCU, and it's a strange character. And the show is strange, so it made sense, but I still find myself thinking this show probably would have been better as a movie. Because these episodes are short, and this finale is short, I just feel like it would have paced better as one solid program instead of 6 episodes that all have like 10 minutes of credits. And there is one end credit scene at the end of episode 6. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even check to see if there was an end credit scene for any of the other episodes, but I don't think there is. And that end credit scene is pretty important, so definitely watch that. And it does kind of feel like they're setting it up for another season, but so far the producer and some of the other people involved with the show have said that it is not getting a season 2, yet it's been referred to as a mini-series and then also a season in one of the last trailers that came out, I believe for the finale. A couple other things I want to mention. The CGI is kind of spotty in areas, especially that first episode. I felt like some of it was clunky, and then in other moments it's really solid and it looks and feels like a movie. And story-wise, I thought we were being set up for something bigger, but it ends up just feeling very small and self-contained. There's a couple scenes where there's literally like some stuff happening that the whole world is noticing, yet it just feels so small and unimportant. There was some cool elements here and there, like mummies and stuff like that, other things that had to do with the Egyptian culture that really shined in the show, and it made me excited to see more of this character and this aspect with the gods and the mystical stuff going on. And I'm very curious to see how it's incorporated into future MCU projects, or whether it just gets another season or something. But only time will tell. Overall, I felt like this show started out strong and it had its moments, but it ended up just being not great, but good. I feel like the first 5 episodes really took their time, but at the end, it just felt like it was really rushed, and it just kind of left me wanting more, but not in a good way. More like I didn't get enough. And so with that, I'm gonna give Moon Knight Season 1 or the miniseries a 7.5 out of 10. And I know my younger TikTok audience tends to want to rate everything a 10 out of 10 for some reason, but I just feel like this was far from being perfect. And honestly, it makes me feel like Marvel doesn't really know what they want to do with these shows exactly. But let me know down in the comments, what did you think of Moon Knight? What would you rate it? And where do you think they're headed with this character? Because I honestly have no idea. And also, GFUEL code DannyD is 30% off. There is a Moon Knight GFUEL hydration flavor, as well as a Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness flavor. So if you're interested in those, definitely go check those out on the GFUEL website. I put a link in the description. But if you're looking for some flavors that have caffeine in it, definitely go check out my GFUEL reviews on this channel. That should help you find something right for you. And guys, if you like these reviews, you want me to keep rolling them out at the pace that I am, be sure to drop a like, share it with your friends, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single one. Stay tuned for some more TV and movie reviews very soon. As always, stay safe, be nice to each other out there, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!